To further illustrate the prerequisites of Module 4, working effectively with stakeholders using Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing, here's a detailed checklist. Checklist for Module 4, working effectively with stakeholders. Prerequisites review. Project management fundamentals. Understand project initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closing processes. Apply these principles to manage Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's racing project. Project life cycle. Identify phases: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, closing. Emphasize the importance of a strong initiation phase for racing success. Project roles and responsibilities. Define roles such as team manager, mechanics, driver, and sponsors. Clarify responsibilities for each role to ensure accountability. Defining project goals, scope, and success criteria. Goals and objectives. Set a goal to win the regional grassroots racing championship. Objectives include improving lap times and increasing sponsor visibility. Scope management. Define deliverables like engine upgrades and driver training sessions. Manage scope creep by focusing on agreed-upon race categories. Utilizing resources and tools. Project management tools. Use racing performance analytics software for lap time analysis. Implement communication tools for real-time team updates. Project documentation. Maintain a project charter detailing race schedules and performance targets. Document technical specifications for car modifications. Accessibility. Ensure all team members have access to racing data and team communications. Additional skills and knowledge. Communication skills. Conduct regular team meetings to discuss race strategies and updates. Communicate with sponsors about ROI and visibility opportunities. Interpersonal skills. Resolve conflicts between team members regarding race strategy disagreements. Build rapport with local racing community members for networking. Problem-solving skills. Address technical issues during testing sessions promptly. Analyze race performance data to identify areas for improvement. Module 4 Objectives. Stakeholder management. Identify stakeholders such as sponsors, fans, and local racing organizers. Engage stakeholders through regular updates and performance reports. Communication strategy. Develop a strategy for sharing race results and team achievements. Schedule sponsor meetings to discuss partnership renewal opportunities. Conflict resolution. Establish a process for resolving disputes between team members and sponsors. Mediate conflicts arising from race performance expectations. Action items. Stakeholder analysis. Conduct an analysis to prioritize stakeholder interests and influence. Update analysis based on feedback from previous racing seasons. Stakeholder engagement plan. Create a plan outlining how stakeholders will receive race updates and performance metrics. Schedule fan meet and greet events to build community support. Communication channels. Establish social media channels for sharing race highlights and team news. Launch a newsletter to update sponsors on upcoming race schedules and team progress. Conflict resolution framework. Implement a framework for addressing sponsor concerns about ROI and visibility. Mediate disagreements between mechanics and the driver regarding car setup preferences. Collaboration initiatives. Host collaborative workshops with local racing experts to share performance tips. Partner with other grassroots racing teams for joint promotional events. Monitoring and adjusting. Performance review meetings. Schedule regular meetings to review race performance against goals and objectives. Adjust race strategies based on data analytics and driver feedback. Feedback evaluation. Collect feedback from sponsors about their satisfaction with visibility opportunities. Evaluate fan feedback from social media interactions to refine engagement strategies. Completion criteria. Stakeholder satisfaction. Measure sponsor satisfaction through renewal rates and feedback surveys. Assess fan engagement through attendance rates and social media metrics. Effective communication. Ensure timely and accurate communication of race results and team updates. Monitor social media channels for positive sentiment and engagement levels. Resolve conflicts. Resolve conflicts between team members and stakeholders promptly to maintain team morale. Address any unresolved conflicts through mediation and compromise. By following this checklist, Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's project team can effectively manage stakeholders and enhance project success in grassroots racing. Begin Module 4 Working effectively with stakeholders. Prerequisites for Module 4, Working effectively with stakeholders. Before diving into Module 4, it's essential to have a solid foundation in the following key concepts covered in the previous modules. Module 1, Fundamentals of Project Initiation, Project Management Fundamentals. Understand the core principles and processes of project management. including project initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closing. Project life cycle. Learn about the different phases of the project life cycle and the importance of project initiation as the foundation for success. Project roles and responsibilities. Identify the various roles involved in project management and understand their responsibilities. Module 2. Defining project goals, scope, and success criteria. Project goals and objectives. Define clear and measurable project goals and objectives that align with organizational strategies. Project scope management. Understand the importance of defining project scope, identifying deliverables, and managing scope creep. Success criteria. Learn how to establish measurable success criteria to track project progress and evaluate outcomes. Module 3. Utilizing resources and tools for project success. Project management tools. Explore various project management tools and techniques for planning, scheduling, communication, and collaboration. Project documentation. Understand the importance of project documentation and learn how to create a comprehensive project charter. Accessibility. Gain insights into the importance of accessibility in project management and learn how to create inclusive projects for everyone. Additional skills and knowledge. Communication skills. Effective communication is crucial for successful stakeholder engagement. You should be able to communicate clearly, concisely, and persuasively both verbally and in writing. Interpersonal skills. Strong interpersonal skills are essential for building relationships with stakeholders, managing conflict, and fostering collaboration. Problem-solving skills. You should be able to identify and analyze problems, develop creative solutions, and make informed decisions. By mastering the concepts covered in these prerequisite modules, you'll be well equipped to tackle the challenges of stakeholder management in Module 4. Module 4, Working Effectively with Stakeholders, Expectations. Module 4 delves into the crucial aspect of stakeholder management in project initiation. Here's what you can expect to learn and experience: key concepts and skills, stakeholder identification and analysis. Learn how to identify different types of stakeholders, conduct a stakeholder analysis, and assess their interests, influence, and potential impact. Stakeholder engagement planning. Discover how to create a comprehensive stakeholder engagement plan that outlines communication strategies, timelines, and responsibilities. Stakeholder management tools and techniques. Explore valuable tools and techniques for effective stakeholder communication and engagement, such as stakeholder registers, communication matrices, and influence diagrams. Case studies and real-world examples. Analyze real-world examples of successful stakeholder management in various project scenarios. Module content and activities. Engaging video lectures. Learn from Google Project Management experts through interactive video lectures. Comprehensive readings. Reinforce your understanding with detailed articles and case studies. Interactive quizzes. Test your knowledge and track your progress with quizzes throughout the module. Discussion forums. Connect with fellow learners and share your insights on module topics. Hands-on activities. Apply your learnings through practical exercises and simulations. Learning outcomes. Identify and analyze project stakeholders. Develop a stakeholder engagement plan. Utilize stakeholder management tools and techniques. Communicate effectively with stakeholders. Manage stakeholder expectations and address concerns. Overall experience. Module 4 provides a comprehensive and engaging learning experience that equips you with the knowledge and skills to effectively manage stakeholders in your projects. You'll gain valuable insights from Google Project Management experts, participate in interactive activities, and apply your learnings through real-world scenarios. By actively engaging with the module content and activities, you'll be well prepared to navigate the complexities of stakeholder management and contribute to project success. Phase 1. Utilizing resources and tools for project success. You will learn the typical resources needed to manage a project, recognize the importance of clear and consistent project documentation, understand the key components of project proposals and charters and develop a project charter, and evaluate various project management tools to meet project needs. Phase 2. Understanding project resource needs. Phase 3. Developing documentation for project kickoff. Phase 4. Evaluating tools to meet project needs. Phase 5. Project initiation, starting a successful project. Introduction. Utilizing resources and tools for project success. Previous module recap, covered project roles and responsibilities. Introduced tools for team accountability, such as stakeholder analyses and RASI charts. Let's delve into Module 3 using Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing as our example. Project roles and responsibilities in Feathered Fury. Understanding roles and responsibilities is crucial for effective team performance and accountability. Here's how roles might be defined. Project sponsor, likely the owner or a key investor in Team Hampshire, responsible for providing funding and overall strategic direction. Project manager, leads the project, coordinates activities, manages resources, and ensures deliverables meet quality standards. Race team members, include drivers, mechanics, pit crew, and support staff responsible for day-to-day racing operations. Stakeholders, could be sponsors, fans, regulatory bodies, and local communities whose interests must be managed. Tools for team accountability. Stakeholder analysis. Stakeholder analysis in Feathered Fury involves identifying and prioritizing stakeholders based on their interest and influence, high interest, key sponsors, top drivers, and regulatory authorities. They require frequent communication and involvement. High influence, low interest, potential investors or regulatory bodies with a keen interest in outcomes but less involvement in day-to-day operations. Low influence, high interest, local communities or enthusiasts who are impacted by events but have minimal direct influence on operations. Low influence, low interest, general public or distant stakeholders with minimal impact or interest in the project. Here's a stakeholder analysis for Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing based on their interest and influence. Stakeholder analysis for Feathered Fury. High influence, high interest. Key sponsors, provide significant financial support and require visibility and ROI. Top drivers, essential for team performance and success in races. Regulatory authorities, influence compliance with racing regulations and event approvals. High influence, low interest, potential investors, have a financial stake in the project's success but may not be deeply involved in day-to-day operations. Regulatory bodies, ensure adherence to safety and competition standards but may not engage in operational details. Low influence, high interest, local communities, impacted by events in terms of noise, traffic, and economic benefits. Enthusiasts, fans who follow the team's progress and attend events, contributing to the atmosphere and local support. Low influence, low interest, general public, minimal direct impact or interest in the racing team's operations unless they are local residents affected by events. Distant stakeholders, individuals or groups not directly impacted or interested in grassroots racing events. Importance of stakeholder analysis. Communication, ensures frequent communication with high-influence stakeholders to align goals and expectations. Engagement, involves stakeholders appropriately based on their interest and influence levels to maintain support and manage expectations. Impact assessment, identifies potential concerns or issues early on, allowing proactive management and mitigation strategies. This stakeholder analysis helps Feathered Fury prioritize communication and engagement efforts, ensuring they meet stakeholder needs while focusing on achieving their grassroots racing objectives effectively. Here's a stakeholder analysis power grid for Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing. Stakeholder influence. Interest. Key sponsors. High top drivers. High regulatory authorities. High potential investors. Low regulatory bodies. Low local communities. High enthusiasts. High general public. Low distant stakeholders. Low. Importance of stakeholder analysis. Communication, ensures frequent communication with high influence stakeholders, for example, key sponsors, top drivers, regulatory authorities, to align goals and expectations. Engagement, involves stakeholders appropriately based on their interest and influence levels, for example, local communities, enthusiasts, to maintain support and manage expectations. Impact assessment, identifies potential concerns or issues early on, allowing proactive management and mitigation strategies for all stakeholders involved. This grid visually represents the stakeholders of Feathered Fury based on their influence over the project and their level of interest in its outcomes, guiding effective communication and engagement strategies. RASI charts. RASI charts clarify roles and responsibilities within Feathered Fury. Responsible, who performs the task, for example, mechanic for car maintenance. Accountable, who makes final decisions and ensures task completion, for example, project manager for overall team performance. Consulted, whose input is sought before decisions or actions are taken, for example, sponsor for financial decisions. Informed, who needs to be kept informed of progress or decisions, for example, race team members for schedule changes. Here's an example RASI chart for Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing based on the scenario provided. Task, activity project manager, PM, mechanic sponsor driver car setup RA. Budget adjustments. C. Track conditions update. I. Key, R. Responsible, the person responsible for performing the task. A. Accountable, the person who makes final decisions and ensures task completion. C. Consulted, the person whose input is sought before decisions or actions are taken. I. Informed, the person who needs to be kept informed of progress or decisions. Explanation, car setup, responsible, mechanic, performs the task of setting up the car for the race. Accountable, PM, ensures that the car setup meets performance standards and racing regulations. Budget adjustments, consulted, sponsor, provides input on budget adjustments, ensuring financial decisions align with sponsorship goals. Track conditions update, informed, driver, receives updates on track conditions to prepare for race strategy. Outcome, clear roles prevent confusion about who does what. Alignment of efforts ensures tasks are completed efficiently. Enhanced accountability as each role knows their responsibilities. This RACI chart helps Feathered Fury manage tasks effectively, ensuring that everyone involved understands their role in preparing for successful grassroots racing events. Application to Feathered Fury example scenario: before a race, the project manager, PM, updates the RACI chart. They ensure the mechanic, responsible, completes the car setup, the sponsor, consulted, reviews budget adjustments, and the driver, informed, receives updates on track conditions. Outcome, clear roles prevent confusion, align efforts, and enhance accountability. Stakeholder analysis ensures that all parties' needs are considered, from sponsors seeking exposure to fans expecting thrilling races. By applying these concepts, Feathered Fury can streamline operations, enhance team performance, and better meet the expectations of stakeholders, sponsors, and racing enthusiasts alike. This structured approach supports success in grassroots racing, aligning with Team Hampshire's ambitions and goals. Upcoming module focus: project tools and resources. Understand the types of resources available to a project manager. Value of documentation: learn to document information in a formal project charter. Project management tools: compare and use various project management tools. Learning objectives: gain knowledge on available project resources. Develop skills to create comprehensive project documentation. Master the use of different project management tools. Next steps: proceed to the next video to begin the module on project tools, resources, and documentation. Essential project resources. Project goals and scope: define clear and measurable project goals aligned with organizational strategies. Identify project scope to manage deliverables and avoid scope creep. Stakeholder identification: identify stakeholders based on their interest, influence, and impact on the project. Understanding project resources: resources include budget, people, and materials necessary to complete the project. Early planning of resources ensures timely and on-budget project execution. Avoids understaffing and budget underestimation which can delay progress. Budget management: budget estimates expenses such as materials, vendor services, and marketing. Create budget during initiation, considering hidden costs and stakeholder approvals. Team resources: team members and external vendors contribute unique skills and tasks to the project. Organize resources effectively to support project goals and tasks. Materials management: materials, like construction lumber, are essential for project completion. Tools for resource management: project management tools, for example, Asana, Google Docs, aid in tracking tasks, managing budgets, and team collaboration. Essential for monitoring progress and ensuring project success. Initiation phase example: offer screen, example of launching a plant PAL service to increase revenue by 5%. Research costs include website development, promotional materials, and shipping. Identify tools like project management software to track project complexity. This summary provides a foundational understanding of managing project resources effectively to achieve project goals and maintain budget and schedule adherence. Let's break down each section. Checklist for essential project resources: project goals and scope. Define clear and measurable project goals aligned with organizational strategies. Analogous example: Larry Jeffers Race Cars sets a goal to improve their drag racing cars' quarter-mile time by 0.5 seconds to maintain competitiveness in the racing circuit. Identify project scope to manage deliverables and avoid scope creep. Analogous example: clearly define modifications needed for the car chassis and engine to achieve the speed improvement without exceeding the allocated resources. Stakeholder identification: identify stakeholders based on their interest, influence, and impact on the project. Analogous example: identify sponsors, drivers, and technical partners whose support and input are critical for achieving racing performance goals. Understanding project resources. Resources include budget, people, and materials necessary to complete the project. Analogous example: budget for engine upgrades, aerodynamic enhancements, and track testing sessions are essential for achieving the performance goals. Early planning of resources ensures timely and on-budget project execution. Analogous example: plan engine dyno testing and wind tunnel sessions early to optimize performance without delays. Budget management. Budget estimates expenses such as materials, vendor services, and marketing. Analogous example: estimate costs for high-performance engine components, specialized fabrication services, and branding for sponsor visibility. Create budget during initiation, considering hidden costs and stakeholder approvals. Analogous example: consult with sponsors and financial backers to ensure adequate funding for all planned upgrades and racing commitments. Team resources. Team members and external vendors contribute unique skills and tasks to the project. Analogous example: engage engine tuners, aerodynamicists, and fabricators from Larry Jeffers Race Cars team and external specialists for specialized tasks. Organize resources effectively to support project goals and tasks. Analogous example: coordinate team roles for efficient car assembly and testing phases to meet performance milestones. Materials management. Materials, like construction lumber, are essential for project completion. Analogous example: secure high-grade carbon fiber, titanium components, and specialized racing tires crucial for achieving lightweight and high-performance targets. Tools for resource management. Project management tools, for example, Asana, Google Docs, aid in tracking tasks, managing budgets, and team collaboration. Analogous example: utilize race simulation software, data logging tools, and CAD software to optimize car design and track performance improvements. Essential for monitoring progress and ensuring project success. Analogous example: regularly review performance data and adjust tuning strategies using real-time telemetry during testing sessions. Initiation phase example: offer screen, example of launching a plant PAL service to increase revenue by 5%. Analogous example: Larry Jeffers Race Cars initiates a new chassis design project aimed at reducing vehicle weight by 10% to improve speed and handling. Research costs include website development, promotional materials, and shipping. Analogous example: estimate costs for new composite materials, wind tunnel testing, and prototype fabrication essential for the new chassis development. Identify tools like project management software to track project complexity. Analogous example: implement CAD, CAM software and project management tools to coordinate design iterations and testing phases efficiently. This checklist and analogies based on Larry Jeffers Race Cars illustrate how project management concepts can be applied in a high-performance racing context, ensuring goals are met with efficient use of resources and strategic planning. Checklist for essential project resources. Project goals and scope. Define clear and measurable project goals aligned with organizational strategies. Example: Team Hampshire aims to win 3 regional grassroots racing events in the upcoming season to increase visibility and attract sponsors. Identify project scope to manage deliverables and avoid scope creep. Example: scope includes car preparation, driver training, and marketing activities while avoiding unnecessary modifications beyond technical regulations. Stakeholder identification. Identify stakeholders based on their interest, influence, and impact on the project. Example: stakeholders include sponsors, fans, local racing authorities, and community partners who support Team Hampshire's racing endeavors. Understanding project resources. Resources include budget, people, and materials necessary to complete the project. Example: budget covers race entry fees, car maintenance costs, travel expenses, and promotional activities. Early planning of resources ensures timely and on-budget project execution. Example: plan ahead for equipment upgrades and team travel logistics to avoid last-minute expenses and delays. Budget management. Budget estimates expenses such as materials, vendor services, and marketing. Example: estimate costs for engine tuning, tire purchases, and digital marketing campaigns to enhance sponsor visibility. Create budget during initiation, considering hidden costs and stakeholder approvals. Example: present budget proposals to sponsors and team management for approval, ensuring transparency and alignment with financial expectations. Team resources. Team members and external vendors contribute unique skills and tasks to the project. Example: engage mechanics, data analysts, and media coordinators to optimize race performance and fan engagement. Organize resources effectively to support project goals and tasks. Example, coordinate team roles for pit crew operations, social media management, and race strategy development to maximize efficiency. Materials management. Materials, like construction lumber, are essential for project completion. Example, secure high-performance racing parts, safety equipment, and consumables required for each race event. Tools for resource management. Project management tools, for example, Asana, Google Docs, aid in tracking tasks, managing budgets, and team collaboration. Example, utilize race simulation software, scheduling tools, and communication platforms to streamline operations and monitor progress. Initiation phase. Example, Feathered Fury, example of launching a new racing season to increase regional visibility and sponsor engagement. Example, research costs include car upgrades, driver training sessions, promotional merchandise, and travel logistics. Identify tools like project management software to track project complexity. Example, implement scheduling software to manage race calendars, track sponsorship commitments, and monitor performance metrics. This checklist provides a structured approach for managing project resources effectively within the context of Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing. It ensures that goals are clear, resources are well planned, and stakeholders are engaged throughout the project lifecycle. Managing resources to get the job done. Managing resources to get the job done. Importance of project resources. Project resources encompass budget, materials, and people, each interdependent for project success. Budget. Similar to personal finances, project budgets allocate funds across team costs, vendor services, and materials. Manage carefully to avoid exceeding allocations and impacting project scope. People. Essential project assets requiring diverse skills and commitment aligned with project goals. Ensure team buy-in and commitment to allocated hours for task completion. Materials, varied by project type, tangible, like IT hardware, or intangible, software, training. Include all necessary materials to execute the project successfully. Key takeaway, understanding resource interdependencies is crucial for effective project management. Engage stakeholders and team members to identify all necessary resources early in the project. This summary highlights the critical aspects of managing project resources effectively, ensuring alignment with project goals and stakeholder expectations. Let's create fictional scenarios with metrics. Managing resources to get the job done. Importance of project resources. Example, at Larry Jeffers Race Cars, the success of building a competitive race car relies heavily on budget, materials, and skilled personnel. These resources are crucial for achieving high-performance standards and winning races. Budget. Example, Larry Jeffers Race Cars sets an annual budget of $500,000 for developing a new race car model. This budget includes costs for specialized materials such as carbon fiber body panels, titanium components, and high-performance engines. Metric. Monitor budget utilization monthly to ensure expenditures align with projections, aiming for a 5% variance threshold to avoid scope limitations. People. Example, the project team at Larry Jeffers Race Cars consists of 10 members, including engineers, fabricators, and mechanics. Each team member is committed to 40 hours per week, with specialized skills in aerodynamics, chassis design, and engine tuning. Metric. Measure team satisfaction and retention rates quarterly, aiming for 85% satisfaction and less than 10% turnover to maintain project continuity and expertise. Materials. Example, for a new racing season, Larry Jeffers Race Cars procures specialized materials like lightweight alloys and advanced composites. These materials are critical for achieving the desired weight reduction and structural integrity required for competitive advantage. Metric. Track material inventory and usage efficiency weekly, targeting a 90% inventory accuracy and a 5% reduction in material waste through improved procurement practices. Key takeaway. Example, understanding how budget, materials, and people interconnect is essential. Larry Jeffers Race Cars ensures early engagement with stakeholders and team members to identify resource needs, optimizing project planning and execution. By applying these examples and metrics, Larry Jeffers Race Cars can effectively manage resources to meet project goals, maintain budget adherence, and deliver high-performance race cars that exceed stakeholder expectations. Let's create fictional scenarios with metrics for managing resources effectively in the context of Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing. Scenario 1, Budget Management. Situation. As the project progresses into the execution phase, September 2024, May 2025, the budget for marketing campaigns and event operations needs careful monitoring to avoid overruns. Metric: monitor monthly expenditure against budget allocations to ensure financial controls are maintained. Action: conduct monthly budget reviews and adjust allocations as needed to stay within the $1 million total budget. Outcome: by May 2025, maintain a budget variance of no more than 5%, ensuring financial discipline and adherence to planned expenditures. Scenario 2, Team Resource Allocation Situation. The marketing team, responsible for developing grassroots campaigns, faces a surge in workload as event dates approach. Metric: track team member hours allocated to campaign development and execution tasks. Action: implement weekly check-ins to review workload distribution and adjust priorities to manage workload peaks effectively. Outcome: ensure that team members do not exceed allocated hours per task, maintaining productivity and preventing burnout throughout the execution phase. Scenario 3, Material Acquisition and Usage Situation. Securing track equipment and racing materials becomes critical to meeting event deadlines and ensuring race day readiness. Metric: track the acquisition timeline for essential racing materials, for example, safety gear, track equipment. Action: establish a procurement schedule aligned with event dates, ensuring materials are acquired and tested well in advance. Outcome: have all necessary materials on site and operational for each scheduled event, minimizing last-minute logistical challenges and ensuring smooth event operations. Scenario 4, Stakeholder Engagement Situation. Engaging new sponsors to secure additional funding for the project proves challenging due to market competition. Metric: measure the number of sponsor inquiries converted into signed sponsorship agreements. Action: enhance sponsorship packages with exclusive benefits and early engagement incentives to attract new sponsors. Outcome: secure agreements with at least 5 new sponsors by December 2024, expanding financial support and ensuring sustainable project funding. Scenario 5, Media Coverage and Community Engagement Situation. Increasing media coverage and community engagement is crucial to raising awareness and attracting more participants to events. Metric: track media mentions and community engagement metrics, for example, event attendance, social media interactions. Action: develop a comprehensive media strategy including press releases, social media campaigns, and community outreach events. Outcome: achieve a 30% increase in media coverage and a 25% rise in event attendance by March 2025, enhancing project visibility and community involvement. These scenarios illustrate how effective management of budget, team resources, materials, stakeholder engagement, and media coverage can contribute to the success of Feathered Fury, Team Hampshire's flight into grassroots racing. Each metric and action plan aligns with the project's objectives and ensures that resources are utilized optimally to achieve desired outcomes. The value of project documentation. Project documentation is essential for guiding decision-making in project management. It ensures clarity and transparency across all project aspects, from goals and deliverables to team composition and resource needs. Documentation serves as a reference point for team members, preserving decisions and providing historical context. Documentation helps set the stage for the project. It communicates the answers to key questions. For example, what problem are you trying to solve? What are the project goals? What are the scope and deliverables, and who are the project's stakeholders? Lastly, what resources does the team need to complete their work? This is all crucial information for anyone who's working on a project, regardless of their role. Types of documentation include project proposals and project charters, which set the stage for project success by defining objectives, scope, and stakeholder involvement. Documenting decisions helps uncover unforeseen tasks, timelines, and costs, enhancing project planning and management. Ultimately, maintaining clear and consistent documentation enables continuous learning and improvement for future projects. To illustrate the value of project documentation using Larry Jeffers race cars, here are fictional examples with metrics. Project proposal: developing a new drag racing chassis. Problem statement: address the need for a lighter and more aerodynamic drag racing chassis to improve performance. Project goals: reduce chassis weight by 15%, enhance aerodynamics for improved stability, and maintain structural integrity. Scope and deliverables: design and prototype a new chassis model, conduct wind tunnel testing, and finalize manufacturing specifications. Stakeholders: Larry Jeffers, project sponsor, engineering team, manufacturing team, professional drivers. Resources needed: engineering expertise, materials for prototyping, access to wind tunnel facilities. Metrics: achieve a 15% reduction in chassis weight, improve stability by 10% in wind tunnel tests, complete prototype within 6 months. Documentation type: project proposal document outlining project objectives, scope, stakeholders, and resource requirements. Project charter: expansion of composite fabrication facility purpose, expand Larry Jeffers race cars composite fabrication capabilities to support increased production demands. Objectives: double production capacity of composite parts, reduce manufacturing lead time by 20%, and enhance quality control processes. Mission statement: enhance competitiveness through advanced composite manufacturing while maintaining quality and reliability. Key deliverables: expanded facility layout, upgraded equipment installation, revised quality assurance protocols. Scope: includes facility renovation, equipment procurement and installation, training staff on new processes, and integrating quality controls. Stakeholders: Larry Jeffers, project sponsor, operations team, quality assurance team, suppliers, regulatory agencies. Timeline: renovation and equipment installation completed within 12 months, full integration and quality validation within 18 months. Budget: allocate $2 million for facility upgrades, equipment purchase, and training expenses. Metrics: achieve 100% increase in production capacity, reduce lead time from 6 weeks to 4 weeks, maintain defect rate below 1%. Documentation type: project charter detailing project purpose, objectives, scope, stakeholders, timeline, and budget. These examples demonstrate how detailed project documentation at Larry Jeffers Race Cars clarifies project goals, defines scope, identifies stakeholders, allocates resources, and sets measurable metrics for success. This documentation ensures alignment across teams and provides a roadmap for effective project execution and management. To further illustrate the value of project documentation using Team Hampshire Race Cars Grassroots Racing Association, here are fictional examples with metrics. Project proposal: launching a youth racing development program. Problem statement: address the need for nurturing young talent in grassroots racing to ensure future participation and competitiveness. Project goals: recruit and train 20 youth racers aged 16-21, establish a structured training program, and host youth-specific racing events. Scope and deliverables: develop curriculum for racing fundamentals, secure mentors from professional racing teams, organize bi-monthly training sessions, and host an annual youth racing championship. Stakeholders: Team Hampshire, project sponsor, youth racers and their families, coaching staff, local racing community, potential sponsors. Resources needed: coaching expertise, facilities for training sessions, sponsorship for equipment and event logistics. Metrics: recruit and train 20 youth racers, achieve 80% attendance rate in training sessions, host successful annual championship with 50 participants. Documentation type: project proposal documenting objectives, scope, stakeholders, and resource requirements to guide decision-making and ensure clarity in project execution. Project charter: enhancing fan engagement through digital media purpose, increase fan interaction and engagement with Team Hampshire Race Cars through improved digital media presence and content strategy. Objectives: double social media following within 12 months, increase engagement rate by 30%, and secure 3 new media partnerships. Mission statement: connect with fans on a deeper level through compelling digital content and interactive experiences. Key deliverables: redesigned website with enhanced user experience, weekly content calendar for social media platforms, partnerships with local media outlets. Scope: includes digital platform optimization, content creation, social media management, and media partnership negotiations. Stakeholders: Team Hampshire, project sponsor, marketing team, digital media specialists, media partners, fans and followers. Timeline: website redesign completed within 3 months, content strategy implemented within 6 months, media partnerships secured within 9 months. Budget: allocate $100,000 for website redesign, content creation tools, social media advertising, and media partnership initiatives. Metrics: achieve 100% increase in social media followers, maintain engagement rate above 5%, secure positive media coverage in at least 3 outlets. Documentation type: project charter outlining project purpose, objectives, scope, stakeholders, timeline, and budget to ensure transparent decision-making and effective project management. These examples demonstrate how comprehensive project documentation at Team Hampshire Race Cars Grassroots Racing Association facilitates informed decision-making, ensures transparency across all project aspects, and provides a clear roadmap for achieving project goals. Clear and consistent documentation preserves decisions, provides historical context, and enables continuous improvement for future initiatives. Project Proposals and Charters 101. Documentation in Project Management. Project documentation is essential for managing projects effectively. Types of documentation include project proposals and project charters. Project proposal, purpose, persuade stakeholders to approve project initiation. Created by senior leaders to outline goals and impact. Formats can be formal documents, presentations, or emails. Project charter, purpose, defines project scope, objectives, and key details. Timing comes after proposal approval, sets framework for project execution. Longevity serves as a reference throughout project lifecycle. Differences between proposal and charter. Proposal initiates project, while charter defines specifics. Charter ensures agreement on project value and details among stakeholders. Creating a project charter includes cost-benefit analysis, project value, stakeholder needs. There are a few questions you might ask yourself when performing a cost-benefit analysis. That includes questions like, what value will this project create? And how much money could this project save my organization? How much time will people have to spend on this project? You'll include the answers to these questions in your charter. Including this type of information ensures that you and your stakeholders agree on the project value. Approval signals management support and project authority. Tailoring adjusts content for specific stakeholder needs or roles. Life cycle of a project charter. Evolution adapts as project progresses, refined by project manager. Importance ensures alignment and clarity before planning phase. Conclusion understanding project charters is crucial for project managers. Next steps learn how to create a project charter effectively in the upcoming session. Question fill in the blank. A senior organizational leader creates the project proposal. The project manager creates the project charter. A. At the same time. B. Before. C. After. Answer B. Before. Correct. An organizational leader typically uses a project proposal to persuade the organization to move forward with the project. Project charters, elements and formats. Here's a fictional example using Larry Jeffers race cars to illustrate the concepts of project proposals and charters. Project Proposals and Charters 101. Larry Jeffers race cars example documentation in project management. Project documentation is essential for managing projects effectively. Types of documentation include project proposals and project charters. Project proposal, purpose, persuade stakeholders to approve project initiation. Created by senior leaders at Larry Jeffers race cars to outline goals and impact. Formats can be formal documents, presentations, or emails. Project charter, purpose, defines project scope, objectives, and key details. Timing comes after proposal approval, sets framework for project execution. Longevity serves as a reference throughout project lifecycle. Differences between proposal and charter. Proposal initiates project, while charter defines specifics. Charter ensures agreement on project value and details among stakeholders. Creating a project charter includes cost-benefit analysis, project value, stakeholder needs. Example metrics. Project aims to increase customer retention by 15% through improved service delivery, resulting in projected revenue growth of $500,000 annually. Approval signals management support and project authority. Tailoring adjusts content for specific stakeholder needs or roles. Life cycle of a project charter. Evolution adapts as project progresses, refined by project manager. Importance ensures alignment and clarity before planning phase. Conclusion understanding project charters is crucial for project managers at Larry Jeffers race cars. Next steps learn how to create a project charter effectively in the upcoming session. This example demonstrates how Larry Jeffers race cars would use project proposals and charters to effectively manage projects, ensuring alignment with organizational goals and stakeholder expectations. Here's a numerical value example using Team Hampshire Race Cars Grassroots Racing Association to illustrate project proposals, charters, and related documentation in project management. Project Proposals and Charters 101, Team Hampshire Race Cars example. Documentation in project management. Project documentation is essential for managing projects effectively. Types of documentation include project proposals and project charters. Project proposal, purpose, persuade stakeholders to approve project initiation. Created by senior leaders at Team Hampshire Race Cars to outline goals and impact. Formats can be formal documents, presentations, or emails. Example metric: the project proposal aims to secure funding and support for expanding Team Hampshire's grassroots racing program, projecting 20% increase in membership, currently 500 members, aiming for 600 members. 15% growth in event participation, currently 10 events per year, aiming for 11.5 events. Project charter, purpose, defines project scope, objectives, and key details. Timing, comes after proposal approval, sets framework for project execution. Longevity, serves as a reference throughout project lifecycle. Example metric: the charter includes a cost-benefit analysis indicating that the investment in grassroots racing will yield 30% increase in local community engagement, currently engaging 1,000 local community members, aiming for 1,300. 25% rise in media exposure, currently reaching 100,000 media impressions, aiming for 125,000 impressions over the next racing season. Differences between proposal and charter. Proposal initiates project, while charter defines specifics. Charter ensures agreement on project value and details among stakeholders. Creating a project charter includes cost-benefit analysis, project value, stakeholder needs. Approval signals management support and project authority. Tailoring adjusts content for specific stakeholder needs or roles. Life cycle of a project charter: evolution, adapts as project progresses, refined by project manager to reflect actual performance and adjustments. Importance, ensures alignment and clarity before planning phase. Conclusion, understanding project proposals and charters is crucial for project managers at Team Hampshire Race Cars to effectively plan, execute, and monitor their grassroots racing initiatives. Next steps: implementing the project charter effectively will be critical for achieving the desired growth and success of the grassroots racing program. This example provides a fictional yet detailed numerical insight into how Team Hampshire Race Cars might approach project documentation, proposals, and charters to enhance their grassroots racing endeavors. Project charters, elements and formats. Function of project charter: defines the project clearly and outlines necessary details for goal achievement. Acts as a compass throughout the project lifecycle, ensuring alignment with strategic goals. Key elements of project charter: introduction, project summary, goals, objectives, business case, benefits and costs, project team scope, success criteria, major requirements or key deliverables, budget, schedule, timeline or milestones, constraints and assumptions, risks, OKRs, objectives and key results. Approvals. Significance of project charter: provides stakeholders assurance of alignment with strategic goals. Incorporates sufficient detail while excluding unnecessary elements. Developed collaboratively with teams and stakeholders to address concerns and maintain alignment. Types of project charters: varies based on project complexity and organizational needs. Can range from simplified, condensed formats for smaller projects to more detailed documents with appended analyses for complex projects. Project charter formats: organizations may provide specific templates or allow flexibility in choosing one. Evolves with the project, subject to revisions as needed throughout its life cycle. Guidance for project managers: use the business case as a guiding principle. Review and revisit the charter regularly to ensure alignment and relevance. This summary outlines the essential aspects of project charters, emphasizing their role in project management and their adaptability across different project types and organizational contexts. Project charters, elements and formats. Larry Jeffers Race Cars Project Charter. Example: function of project charter: defines the project clearly, outlines the goals, values, benefits, and necessary details to achieve them. Acts as a compass: ensures alignment with Larry Jeffers Race Cars strategic goals throughout the project lifecycle. Key elements of project charter: introduction, project summary, development of a new state-of-the-art pro-modified race car model to set new performance benchmarks and attract top-tier racing teams. Purpose: enhance market position and showcase engineering prowess. Goals/objectives: goals, design and build a pro-modified race car capable of running in the 3.30s at 220 miles per hour by the end of 2025. Achieve a 10% increase in sales of high-performance parts through enhanced brand reputation. Objectives: Complete design and engineering phase by December 2024. Conduct successful test runs and public demonstrations by September 2025. Business case, benefits and costs. Benefits, expected 15% increase in market share in the pro-modified segment. Enhanced brand reputation leading to increased demand for custom builds. Costs, estimated budget, $1.2 million for research, development, and marketing. Project team, sponsor, Larry Jeffers, CEO Project Manager, Mike Johnson, Chief Engineer. Team members, design engineers, fabrication specialists, marketing team. Scope, in scope, design, engineering, fabrication, and testing of a new pro-modified race car model. Out of scope, post-launch marketing campaigns and customer support services. Success criteria, metrics, achieve a 3.30-second quarter-mile run at 220 miles per hour. Increase sales of performance parts by 10% within 1 year of the car's launch. Secure at least 3 new contracts with top-tier racing teams. Major requirements or key deliverables. Deliverables, detailed design blueprints by March 2024. Completed prototype by June 2025. Comprehensive test results and performance data by August 2025. Budget, total budget, $1.2 million. Breakdown, research and development, $500,000. Fabrication and testing, $400,000. Marketing and promotions, $300,000. Schedule, timeline or milestones. Timeline, design completion, March 2024. Prototype fabrication, June 2025. Initial testing phase, July 2025. Public demonstrations, September 2025. Constraints and assumptions. Constraints, fixed budget of $1.2 million. Availability of advanced materials and technology. Assumptions, continuous support from top management. No significant changes in racing regulations. Risks, delays in prototype development. Exceeding budget limits. Failure to meet performance benchmarks. Mitigation strategies, implement strict project management controls. Allocate contingency funds. Conduct iterative testing and improvements. OKRs, objectives and key results. Objectives, develop a new pro-modified race car model. Enhance brand reputation and the market position. Key results, successfully achieve 3.30s at 220 miles per hour performance. Increase sales of performance parts by 10%. Secure contracts with 3 top-tier racing teams. Approvals, approved by Larry Jeffers, CEO of Larry Jeffers Race Cars. Date, June 1, 2024. Significance of Project Charter, provides assurance, ensures stakeholders that the project aligns with strategic goals. Incorporates detail, balances necessary details with clarity. Collaborative development, involves teams and stakeholders to address concerns and maintain alignment. Types of project charters, varies by complexity, simplified formats for smaller projects, detailed documents for complex projects. Adaptable formats, can include appended analyses for in-depth projects. Project charter formats, organizational templates, may use predefined templates or flexible formats. Living document, subject to revisions as the project progresses. Guidance for project managers, use the business case, guide the project choosing the initial business case. Review regularly, revisit the charter to ensure ongoing alignment and relevance. This fictional example provides a comprehensive view of how Larry Jeffers Race Cars might create a project charter for a significant development project, ensuring clarity, alignment, and successful execution. Project name, expansion of LJRC Arano Prep Series. Date, June 1, 2024. Function of project charter, defines the project clearly, outlines goals and necessary details for expanding the No Prep Kings Racing Series. Acts as a compass, ensures alignment with LJRC's strategic goals throughout the project lifecycle. Key elements of project charter, introduction, project summary, expansion of the Arano Prep Series to include 5 new events in 2025. Purpose, increase brand visibility and engagement with the racing community. Goals/objectives, goals, add 5 new events in strategic locations. Increase series attendance by 30%. Secure 3 new major sponsors. Objectives, conduct market research by August 2024. Finalize event locations and dates by September 2024. Business case, benefits and costs. Benefits, expected 30% increase in brand engagement. 25% growth in merchandise sales. Costs, estimated budget, $1.5 million. Project team, sponsor, Larry Jeffers project manager, Sarah Williams team members, event coordinators, marketing team, financial analysts in scope, planning, organizing, and executing 5 new events. Out of scope, international events, professional racing series integration. Success criteria, metrics, 30% increase in event attendance. Securing 3 new major sponsors. Achieving $500,000 in merchandise sales at new events. Major requirements or key deliverables, market research report by August 2024. Finalized event schedule by September 2024. Sponsorship contracts by December 2024. Budget, total budget, $1.5 million. Breakdown, marketing, $500,000. Event logistics, $700,000. Sponsorship acquisition, $300,000. Schedule, timeline or milestones. Timeline, market research completion, August 2024. Event schedule finalization, September 2024. Sponsorship acquisition, December 2024. Event execution, March-November 2025. Constraints and assumptions. Constraints, limited budget. Venue availability. Assumptions, stable economic conditions. Positive market response. Risks, low attendee turnout. Budget overruns. Sponsorship shortfalls. Mitigation, intensive marketing campaigns. Strict budget management. Early engagement with potential sponsors. OKRs, objectives and key results. Objectives, expand event series. Increase attendance and sponsorship. Key results, 5 new events. 30% attendance increase. 3 new sponsors. Approvals, approved by Larry Jeffers, CEO of LJRC. Date, June 1, 2024. Significance of project charter, provides assurance, ensures stakeholders that the project aligns with strategic goals. Detail incorporation, balances necessary details with clarity. Collaborative development, involves teams and stakeholders to address concerns and maintain alignment. Types of project charters, varies by complexity, simplified formats for smaller projects, detailed documents for complex projects. Adaptable formats, can include append analyses for in-depth projects. Project charter formats, organizational templates, may use predefined templates or flexible formats. Living document, subject to revisions as the project progresses. Guidance for project managers, use the business case, guide the project choosing the initial business case. Review regularly, revisit the charter to ensure ongoing alignment and relevance. This example highlights the structured approach Larry Jeffers race cars might take in documenting and managing a significant expansion project, ensuring clarity, alignment, and successful execution. Team Hampshire Race Cars Project Charter. Example project name, expansion of Team Hampshire's grassroots racing program. Date, June 1, 2024. Function of project charter, defines the project clearly, outlines goals and necessary details for expanding the grassroots racing program. Acts as a compass, ensures alignment with Team Hampshire's strategic goals throughout the project lifecycle. Key elements of project charter, introduction, project summary, expansion of Team Hampshire's grassroots racing program to include 5 new events in 2025. Purpose, increase community engagement and attract new members to the racing association. Goals/objectives, goals, add 5 new grassroots racing events. Increase membership by 20%. Grow event participation by 15%. Objectives, conduct market research by August 2024. Finalize event locations and dates by September 2024. Business case, benefits and costs. Benefits, expected 20% increase in membership. 15% growth in event participation. Enhanced community engagement. Costs, estimated budget, $500,000. Project team, sponsor, John Hampshire project manager, Lisa Roberts. Team members, event coordinators, marketing team, financial analysts. In scope, planning, organizing, and executing 5 new grassroots racing events. Out of scope, professional racing series integration, international events. Success criteria, metrics, 20% increase in membership. 15% growth in event participation. Positive feedback from 80% of participants. Major requirements or key deliverables, market research report by August 2024. Finalized event schedule by September 2024. Sponsorship contracts by December 2024. Budget, total budget, $500,000. Breakdown, marketing, $150,000. Event logistics, $250,000. Sponsorship acquisition, $100,000. Schedule, timeline or milestones. Timeline, market research completion, August 2024. Event schedule finalization, September 2024. Sponsorship acquisition, December 2024. Event execution, March-November 2025. Constraints and assumptions. Constraints, limited budget. Venue availability. Assumptions, stable economic conditions. Positive market response. Risks, low attendee turnout. Budget overruns. Sponsorship shortfalls. Mitigation, intensive marketing campaigns. Strict budget management. Early engagement with potential sponsors. OKRs, objectives and key results. Objectives, expand grassroots racing program. Increase membership and event participation. Key results, 5 new events. 20% membership increase. 15% event participation growth. Approvals, approved by John Hampshire, CEO of Team Hampshire Race Car State, June 1, 2024. Significance of project charter, provides assurance, ensures stakeholders that the project aligns with strategic goals. Detail incorporation, balances necessary details with clarity. Collaborative development, involves teams and stakeholders to address concerns and maintain alignment. Types of project charters, varies by complexity, simplified formats for smaller projects, detailed documents for complex projects. Adaptable formats, can include appended analyses for in-depth projects. Project charter formats, organizational templates, may use predefined templates or flexible formats. Living document, subject to revisions as the project progresses. Guidance for project managers, use the business case, guide the project choosing the initial business case.